Good day, guys. I am here today, as promised, to bring to you content regarding how you go about drafting a flowchart using shapes, in particular the arrows, lines, and the flowchart icons that are there. But before I begin, I want to remind you to subscribe if you have not subscribed as yet. Like the videos, share the videos, especially to those who are interested in learning basic IT and those who are in grade 10 who will be doing EDPM next year. Please remember to watch the ads because it counts. Just like how I help you, I kindly ask you to help me by doing so. So today, we're going to be looking at how you go about creating this flowchart. So we're going to be using this diagram to create our flowchart. Of course, it will take a longer time because you're doing this from scratch. All right. So of course, we're going to open Microsoft Word and we're going to go to Insert. After you click on Insert, you'll go to Shapes. So you'll click on Shapes and then you will look for the shape that you need to begin your flowchart. Let us quickly glimpse on the flowchart to see which shape we need. All right, so we're going to be looking for that shape. It looks pretty much like this shape with rectangle with rounded corners. So once you click on it, you'll see a plus sign. What it means is for you to hold down your left mouse key and drag it out to your desired, to the size you want it. And then you will insert or type baking a fruit cake inside of that. So you would right click on that box and click on add text and then type baking a fruit cake. We need to change the fill color from blue to no fill and then the writing from white to black, because if you put no fill, the background is going to be white and the writing will also be white, so nothing will show. White on white won't show. So let us first change the writing to black. We're going to highlight it and change the writing to black. After you have done so, you will right click on the edge of the shape and then left click on format shape, and then where you see fill, you will click on the option that says no fill. So there we go. All right, let's look again to see what else we need. We need another rectangle with rounded edge, but we need a line to join both of them. Look right here where my mouse pointer is, you'll see that a line is there, so we're going to use a line to join the two. Just go back to our Word document and we're going to go back to Insert, Shapes, and we're looking for a straight line. So this is what we need. Right on the lines, you will see it, you click on it, and then from the center of it, you're going to draw a straight line down. Cool. Then we're going to insert another rounded rectangle, rounded edge rectangle. There we are, rounded corners. And then Remember what we do? We click on the we click on the plus, left click, hold down the left mouse click, and then drag it to our desired size. And what should go in that box now? We could right click on that box and select add text, and then we need to type gather ingredients in it. So we're going to type gather ingredients. Good. We're going to block the writing and change the color to black. Then we're going to right click on the shape and then select left click on format shapes. Where we see fill, we will select no fill. So the next on the list is a regular rectangle. We don't need a square rectangle this time. A rounded rectangle, sorry. We need a regular rectangle, not a rounded rectangle this time. So we're going to go to insert and then shapes. But we need an arrow to join it. So we're going to look for this arrow here. Then we draw it by holding down the left mouse key and drag it straight down. Then go back to insert shapes, and we're looking for the regular rectangle shape, which is this one. Then we click and drag it to the size we want it. And in that box, we're going to right click and add text and put grease baking pan. So remember what we do, guys. We change the writing to black. And then right click on the edge of the shape and then select format shape. And then where we haven't fill, we will select no fill. Alright, so let us look to see what's next. So we have place sugar and butter in mixing bowl in another rectangle box. So we're going to insert another arrow. So we go to shapes and select the arrow and drag it down. Then we go back to insert shape rectangle, and then we click and drag to the size that we want it, and click and drag it up to meet the arrow. So we will right click on the shape, add text, and then what should be in that? We should have place sugar and butter in mixing bowl. In that box, we should have place sugar and, let me double check, butter in mixing bowl. Butter in mixing bowl. Yes. Then we should have, we now need to change the font color to black. By now you should remember what steps to take to do that. And we're going to take out the color from the rectangle by clicking on no fill. Great. So we're looking at switch on mixer as the next step. Insert shapes, arrow. We're going to draw the arrow. then insert shape, rectangle, draw the rectangle, and we can bring it up close to the arrow there. Right click on that shape and then add text. And what should be in it again, guys? Switch on mixer. So we're going to type switch on mixer. So basically you would continue the procedure until you reach here. I'm going to show you how you get to this point. What do you do to create this part of your diagram? So you need a diamond shape here, and a rectangle to the left and a rectangle to the right. So we're going to create that part of it. Okay, let us finish this one up first. We're going to change it to black, then take the fill out of the shape, and then we're going to insert an arrow, insert shapes, arrow, and then we're going to go back to insert shapes, and it was a diamond shape that we saw next, so we're going to look for the diamond shape, which is right here under flow chart. Flow chart pretty much have all the shapes that we're using, right? So you can click there and then click and drag the shape out and move it to the arrow, the point of the arrow. Good, and you can resize your shape, guys. You can drag the corner in to get it smaller, drag the corner out to get it smaller. If you want it wider, you could use the arrow at the side. Alright, so what should be in that diamond? Mixing complete. So you will right click, add a text, and type mixing complete. So we're going to change the font color to black, and then take the fill out of that shape. We need an arrow at the left side of that diamond shape. So we're going to go to insert, shape, arrow, and we're going to draw the arrow to the left. Now you need another arrow to the right as well, so you're going to go back to insert, shape, arrow, and then there you go. All right, to the left of mixing complete, you're going to insert a shape, a rectangle shape. Like I told you earlier, all the shapes are under flowchart. It's a flowchart we're doing anyway, so we could select it from there. If it was recently used, you'll see it above where I was selecting them from before. So right at this shape, we should have, let me double check, continue to mix. So we're going to right click on that shape and select add, and then type continue to mix. To change the writing to black, and take the fill out of the shape. No fill. We need another box to the right, and we can, instead of going over and over, we could just click on this, copy, paste, and just drag it over there. You could just drag it over there and we're good to go. But what we need to do is to just replace what is in that box and put what should be in there. So we should have add egg and flour. Add egg and flour. So below that, below the diamond shape, we should have an arrow linking continue to mix with mixing complete, and let us go back to the shape. So guys, you're going to be adjusting the shapes a little so that they are lined up. So the edge of this diamond needs to come in line with the other two, so that when you're connecting the other pieces, you are not in so much of a jam. Alright, so we need a particular arrow to join the other piece to the left, but we need to fix this shape, this arrow. We're going to bring this a little bit to the top. Same for this arrow, we need to fix that arrow. Basically what I'm doing is click and dragging to where I want it. Looks to me like it's lined up. The bottom of this is lined up with the bottom of that. This one needs to come down a little bit. Alright, so let us double check to see what we need. We need this particular arrow. So we're going to go to insert, and we're going to choose a funny looking one. This particular one is a connector arrow, curved arrow that we're using. So we're going to click on it, and then we're going to just draw it a little, and then we're going to right click and select connector type, and we want a connector elbow. If you notice, this is what our connector looks like. Alright, how do we get it to look like how we want it now? We're going to draw the point with the arrow to the diamond. No, first we need to, yes, we need to draw it up to the arrow, go up, up, and then we're going to draw the shape a little bit below the point, and we need this end to be up in this diagram here. So we're going to use the little orange connector thing there and pull it down until it is curved up. We need to make this a little shorter. Let's draw this down a little bit more. We're going to have to make a few adjustments here in order to get it how we want it. Alright, so we're going to, alright, we need this a little bit taller. I'm going to drag this a little bit upwards. And the arrow, we need to fix that arrow. We need to fix that arrow. Alright, so we can drag this up a little bit. Alright, so we need, sometimes it can give a little trouble, guys. You just need to just focus and, you know, make the necessary adjustments where possible. Alright, so we have the connector there. We're going to be, we can just fix it up and let it look a little bit neater when we're done. So we're going back to insert. Oh, let me look here. We need a rectangle box there with an arrow to the right, so we're going to do that. Insert, oh, we have that already. We need an arrow going downwards and a box below it, sorry. Alright, so we're going to go to insert, shapes, arrow. We're going to draw it downwards, then insert, shape, rectangle, and we are going to be drawing that one below here. We don't even have to do that. Remember I told you earlier that we can copy and paste, so let me undo that, and we are going to copy and paste one that is already in there and edit the text inside of it. So we're going to click on it, copy, paste, and drag it down below the arrow, and we're going to double click inside here and delete what is there to type what should be there, which is to type add fruit. Add fruit. We need one below that as well that says add spices. So we're going to copy the arrow, paste it, drag it where we want it, then we're going to copy the shape, paste. Where is the shape? Let me go again. Copy, paste, and then drag it down below the arrow. And what should be in that one again? Add spices. So we're going to edit what is in it and put what should be in it. Yes, we need an arrow going to the left and down into a rectangle. It is about to rain, guys. Anyway, we need another type of shape like this arrow here, but this time if you notice, so just look again, it's turned the other way minus this little piece here. If you notice, that is not here. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to duplicate this by copying it, paste it, then I'm going to drag it down there where I need to use it. This end should be over this side, so I'm going to drag this end over to this side, and I'm going to flip the arrow to point downwards since we need it to go down this time and not up. I'm going to just drag this to the side here. There we go. Then we need a rectangle below it. I think it's a rounded one. Yes, a curved corner rectangle. Or is it a normal rectangle? Let's use a normal rectangle. Alright, so we're going to insert shapes, rectangle, and we're going to put it right there. Oh, let me not do that. Let me just so we're going to copy this shape instead. Copy and paste and bring it right over there. Save us the time of editing the box. And what should be in that one? Place mixture in baking pan. So we're going to type that in here. Place mixture in baking pan. And below that we should have place baking pan in oven. So we're going to, you can change this to a landscape legal size paper just to get it a little bit longer. We could resize this to fit on one page, but I need a little more space at this moment, so I'm going to expand the size, the paper size, let it be a legal size paper. So I'm going to insert an arrow below this box, and we're going to paste another box right below that arrow, and there we have it. Place baking pan in oven, but this one is a curved one, so let us use a curved one instead. We're going to remove this one and copy a curve corner one. I'm going to copy this one, copy, undo, copy and paste. I'm going to bring it down there. Just reduce it for a little bit so I can see what I'm doing, and increase the size back to its normal size. And we can reduce this box a little bit more to fit the size we want. Can always reduce it to the size you want. And what should be in that box? Place baking pan in oven. Place baking pan in oven. Alright, so I'm going to reduce it again so that you can see what we just created. Zoom it up a little bit more so you can see it a little better. So this is an image of what we just recreated. So subscribe, guys, if you haven't. Just a reminder, like the videos, share the videos, watch the ads, make your comments. If you have any questions, if you're falling into difficulty while attempting this, just let me know what you think. Just let me know what you think. Put your comments in the comment box. Thank you, guys. Bye.